Hello and welcome back to Advice Nobody Asked For. Today's very troubling and disheveling topic: narcissism in the public eye on social media. How to respond and how not to respond, the consequences and the reasons behind why this is happening and what even is happening, and how we can stay out of it, or at least not contribute to the problem. I'll tell you guys why I'm livid today. Because I have witnessed this happen to so many female friends and myself over and over and over again. Somebody with a narcissistic personality disorder, somebody who is a pathological liar, somebody who continuously repeats offenses and behaviors and then goes online and tries to blast somebody else is not somebody you can help. Unless their homies start calling them out, there's nothing that can be done. There's no point in forgiving them and trying to go and repeat this cycle. Unconditional love does not work with somebody like that, because they're testing you to see how unconditional you can be, because they know that they don't find themselves to be capable of the behavior that you deserve for them to be able to maintain a relationship with you. I dated this person. I get it. I suffered in silence for a really long time. And when it happened with me, I started speaking out online because they tried to slander me to a bunch of people. Only then did I open my mouth to tell my side of the story. And all of a sudden, people were disappointed in me because I was speaking up and because how I was carrying on and engaging with this. Like, I didn't have a right to defend myself. Meanwhile, they're all sitting there slandering me and spreading rumors about me. Things that I was shocked to hear about myself, because this picture that was painted of me is completely out of my character. They have a history of doing things like that. Their own friends and family warned me about them. But I just gave them the benefit of the doubt. I just said, no, you don't understand them. They're wounded. I can fix them because I am unconditionally loving. And when they see that I'm unconditionally loving, they'll stop lying. They'll stop lying to me. They'll stop lying to themselves. They'll stop lying to other people, because my love is going to be that thing to fix them, right? Because what they're lacking in their life is somebody who really will take the time to No. You are not the first and you will not be the last. You are just somebody that they're taking advantage of for as long as they possibly can, until they squeeze the very last drop out of you. Then they will discard you, push you to the side, and move on to the next person. These people are quick to jump into marriage. Very quick. I know, because I used to be one of those people. I didn't realize that I was, but when I did, I started doing a long healing process of myself and realizing, okay, well, the other person can't always be the problem. And I'm so quick to be like, I just want to be with this person forever. I love this person. They're my person. What is so great about that person? What is so great about them? The fact that they accept you where you think that other people won't. And what is the thing to do when you're working out of a wounded, traumatic space is to test that boundary, to see how much you can get away with. I can speak on it because I used to be that person. I do not deny my accountability in the situation. I have been that person. I'm like, this person doesn't really love me, and I'm going to prove it to myself right now, because I couldn't possibly have somebody in my life that really accepts me. So I'm going to self-sabotage and I'm going to destroy everything. I've learned to stop doing that. I self-sabotage in some ways, and I'm still working on parts of myself, but in relationships specifically, I have learned not to do that anymore, because I know how much it hurts, because it's been done to me. I met my match, okay? I met somebody who did to me the thing that I didn't realize I was doing to other people, and that was the only way that I woke up. Unfortunately, the karma for a narcissistic person is to meet another narcissist, to fall head over heels in love with somebody who treats them the way that they are treating you. So you need to let them go, and you need to let them go out there and find their karma, because if you keep trying to help somebody who has wronged you like this, you are going to assume that karma. That is going to become a traumatic pattern in your life and a cycle that's repeating in your life. And if you know somebody is a pathological liar, you know that they're capable of doing this, do not let them get away with it, because you're only hurting yourself at that point, and then you can't blame anybody else. I had to sit here and listen to my friend crying in private and in silence about a situation that happened to her. Something that would make anybody want to unalive themselves, okay? Because it's embarrassing, it's painful, it's hurtful. You don't understand why this thing is happening. You don't understand what you did to deserve this. And you know that you didn't do anything to deserve it, but you're trying to work it out in your brain what you could have possibly done from their perspective. You're trying so hard to empathize with them so that you can be like, well, what did I do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. That's the problem. You're never going to find a way to make sense of the situation, because this person does not have the ability to empathize with you. They do not possess the ability to empathize. They cannot imagine how they are making you feel. They only can exist within the realm and within the scope of what you have done to them. They're in victim mentality. It is always going to be what you did to them. And it's always going to be, I tried to help this person. I tried to give them chances. I tried. I did this. I did that. They'll never admit that they did anything wrong. They will continue to let everybody believe that you have done some wrong to them. And the chances are they've done a lot of wrong things to this person in private that hasn't been spoken about. Now they have to go to the public and do damage control, because they know that if anybody finds out about the kind of pain that they are causing to their significant other, people are going to be like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? And nobody wants to get called out for their shit. So now he's online doing damage control, posting statuses saying, this person did all these things to me and I just need everybody to know this. That is a manipulation tactic. It's making the person who is being called the guilty party in the status feel like they did something wrong, question themselves. It is, two, them acting out of a wounded heart space. They need to cry about it. They need to feel heard. They're so hurt. How could you? How dare you? Why would this happen to me? I'm so great. I'm so perfect. Okay. Feeding their own ego, because that's what they need right now. And then the third thing that they're doing is they are doing damage control to a bunch of people in the public eye who are going to have to hear both sides of the story eventually, because they feel like people know their business already. The problem is the other person is so embarrassed and hurt by what has happened, they're not telling everybody what's happening. They're hiding it, because if they tell people, people are going to say, no, you need to leave that person. Something is wrong with that person. You don't deserve what is happening, and you need to leave that person. And that's hard to hear. Speaking from somebody who has been on both sides of the situation, it is really hard to be the receiving person who hears, you need to leave your person because you're unconditional. You want to forgive them. You want to hold space for them where nobody else has. And you're not allowed to do that anymore. You feel ashamed for doing that because you realize that it's one of your wounds that you need to address. That you wish that somebody would be unconditionally loving with you, so you're trying to be that for somebody else. But unfortunately, you have met somebody who does not deserve your unconditional love, and you put them on a pedestal, and you tried to hold space for them, and now you have egg on your face, and it fucking sucks to be that person. So no, I'm not going to run out and tell everybody what's happening. I'm going to smile and I'm going to say I love that person and we're going through something. I'm not going to tell people my business. But when they go online and write a 3-paragraph essay explaining how they gave me a bunch of chances and I did all of these things wrong to try and slander me so that when the truth comes out, they feel like they've already done their damage control, that is a manipulation tactic, and you need to not fall for it. Because surely enough, you're going to go on that status and you're going to try and support this person and you're going to say something nasty to try and help them. Which, by the way, you can bring other people up without putting other people down. You can say, hey man, I'm here for you if you need anything, without helping them and enabling them in their delusion that they have done nothing wrong. to deserve the karma that they're receiving, what is happening to them. I had to listen to my friend cry for months about your behavior, hiding from the public what was going on. And I had to support her when she decided, no, I love him unconditionally. I want to be with him. And I supported her in that because I said, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, and you deserve to be happy. And whatever makes you happy, I support you in that, and I love you. Because I'm not going to hurt my friend more than she's already hurting. But when I get online and I see this fucking status from somebody, I just have to say something because I have such a serious sense of social injustice within me. Like, I can't handle seeing this and watching the comments and see people being like, oh man, fuck her. I can't believe she did that to you. I can't believe that. You have no idea what he has done to this person. So please don't sit there and dick ride his comments and let him feel like he deserves all of the support in the world. Because what he is doing is not because he feels like he needs anybody to help him feel better. It's either to hurt her or harm her or to protect himself from when the truth comes out, okay? So just be careful what you say online when you see people complaining about other people. I get it all the time. If I'm complaining about somebody, I get comments as a female from other people saying, well, is this true or is your perspective a little skewed? Because people will jump up first thing to try and get a woman to take accountability and say, is this really what happened? Question me, make me feel like I'm crazy, make me feel like I need to shift my perspective. But if a man posts a status about it, his bros are in the comments enabling him immediately. Nobody is saying to him. And if a woman comments on there and says, are you sure that's what happened? What did you do? Immediately the comment will be removed. So just remember that everything you see on social media is going through the filter and the scope of the person who is writing it. I try to be as authentic as possible online. I try not to block people. I try to restrict them so that they can stop commenting if they're commenting nasty stuff. But I leave the comments there so people can see what they've said. So everybody can see what's happening on both ends of the conversation. Most people don't do that. Most people will delete the comments that they don't like so that they can control the narrative of what's happening. So just be aware that not everything is what it seems on social media. And if you see somebody talking shit on a status about their relationship specifically and why it's ending, you can offer them support, but I'm gonna recommend just scrolling past it. Because if you say the wrong thing, you're doing more damage than you are helping. Offer them support. Do not sit there and say, oh yeah, man, fuck her, she's a hoe. Oh, I should have known. No. Just because you think that somebody is pretty and they're social and that they have a lot of people in their inbox does not make them a hoe. When it happened to me, I was celibate for 8 months. And then I met somebody that I thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life with because I'm crazy like that and delusional. And I was in love. And if somebody says that they love me and they can make me feel like they love me, I'm like, let's get married. Let's have kids right fucking now. I don't need to be out here in these streets. I have no interest in raising my body count at all whatsoever. I'm looking for my person. I'm not out here trying to connect with a bunch of people. I don't believe in hookup culture. I don't believe in casual shit. I don't. I'm a very passionate person, and I believe that my passion is sacred, and I believe that it's shared with a very specific and select number of people, and I believe that they are either a blessing or a lesson in my life, and I try to move accordingly and learn from the people who have been lessons and not repeat that pattern. So, all while everybody thinks I'm a hoe, wants to say I'm a hoe for this, I'm a hoe for that, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know me. You don't know what I get up to in my private time. You literally know nothing about me but what you see on the internet and what you hear from people who honestly don't know me because I don't fucking communicate with people Not like that. You guys see me posting and talking online to you guys. That's as far as my communication with people goes. If I'm in your inbox and I'm messaging you regularly, you better know that I hold you in high regard in comparison to other people, because I do not spend my time talking to people unless I have to. Unless I'm offering therapy to somebody and we are talking about their issues, I'm not sharing myself with people. If I have something to share publicly, I will get on here and I will share parts of my story, and I will go on my journal account and I will share there, but I do not try to connect with people, because people will take things that you tell them and they will collect information and use it against you later. I've experienced it so many times that now I just don't feel an inclination to be social with people. I do have terrible social anxiety, so when you see me in public and you see me in person, my mask is on and I will immediately fall into this behavior that is just like, wow, she's a social butterfly. I'm not. I'm having an anxiety attack. I know you guys wish I would shut up. I do too. I quite frankly don't even want to be here. But it is what it is. The point in all of what I just said is just because I needed to vent, because I'm so frustrated watching my friend go through this and seeing the way that people respond, because I already know what's coming. This has happened a million times and it'll probably happen a million more. I just have to call it out, because if somebody doesn't say something about it, it'll continue happening. And I wish more people were talking about this, because I know it's happened to a lot of people who are watching this right now. I wish better for everybody. Thank you for listening to me vent. Thank you for witnessing. Godspeed and happy healing.